everyone, it's V from Casually Fragrant. Today I'm going to be talking about What About Pop from the House of Oud. The House of Oud is a Italian perfume house. Shows you here made in Italy, and each one of these absolutely gorgeous bottles is hand painted and unique. And it actually comes with this little card here that talks about how no two pieces are alike, which I think is really cool. That they've maintained that throughout all of their, bottles that they've created, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And the fragrance, it's kind of upside down in this way, and this has lots of weight to it. So definitely really well made. This is the 75 ml or 2.5 fluid ounce, and I believe that's the only size this comes in, unless you purchase yourself a decant or something else. So What About Pop is a 2019 release, an Oriental unisex fragrance. And I mean, What About Pop makes you kind of think of popcorn, and yes, popcorn is one of the notes in this fragrance. It's really cool. I actually got myself a sample of this first, purchased a sample from Centrique. It is quite expensive. The House of Oud makes a beautiful, bottles and fragrances, but for a blind buy, I wasn't sure how the popcorn note was going to translate. I was like, I don't want to risk it. I'm going to get a sample first. And this is, so first of all, it has notes of popcorn, caramel, and hawthorn, middle notes of whipped cream, Madagascar, and vanilla, night blooming cereus. And I had to look up what that was because, and I'm probably mispronouncing it, it's a tropical cactus flower that has a spicy undertone, a base of ebony, benzoin, ambergris, vetiver, and musk. And this is a creamy caramel popcorn scent. It's really original and something that sounds like, oh, caramel popcorn, but it's done so well here. It's got so much depth to it, and you can definitely smell the popcorn, but it's not overwhelming. I mostly get caramel myself. Others who have, smelt it, I think for them maybe the popcorn's much more stronger in the opening, but to me it's just such a heavy caramel fragrance, and it's creamy as well. It's just absolutely delicious smelling. So on me, this has long-lasting longevity with moderate projection. I was looking up on Fragrantica what other people felt, the projection and longevity was, and it said that they had the categories of moderate, long-lasting, and eternal all had basically the same amount of votes for longevity. So I guess it just depends. It seems like there's a lot of conflicting views on how long this can last. And for same thing with projection, interesting enough, it went from moderate to enormous. So I guess, it's to each their own with this one. It maybe depends on where you spray it, how much you're wearing, etc. I like to spray my clothes as well, and I find that every fragrance that I wear lasts a lot longer when I kind of spray the collar of my shirt as well. So this is really a fun scent, and I always felt like this is gonna sound strange, but when I first started getting into niche fragrance houses, I was really intimidated by the House of Oud. Firstly, I wasn't too familiar with oud in fragrances, and secondly, I was like, oh, they just seem too, I don't want to say sophisticated, but it's going to be something that I'm not going to, enjoy. It's just going to be too much for me. And I was completely mistaken. My first introduction to the House of Oud was a blind buy. I know I just, tell people don't get blind buys, and I did it myself. And it was Keep Glaze. I'll link it down below. Keep Glaze is still one of my top 5 favorite fragrances. It's a creamy mango scented gourmand, and it's absolutely delicious. And so when I heard that they were doing another gourmand themed fragrance such as this one, I just I knew that I was gonna have to have it eventually, and I'm right, I did have to have it. So I was also looking up online, and it says that it's supposed to be similar to Shea and Blue's Salt Caramel, which I also happen to have. As you can tell, I like caramel fragrances. I'm not gonna lie. And then I kind of remember reviewing this one that was more of a cotton candy popcorn kind of scent, Carmela d'Amour. And so I kind of sprayed all 3 of these And I'm tempted to do, I'm smelling them again now, I'm tempted to do more of an in-depth review, maybe of the three. Like if you want a popcorn scent, which one do you want? But this one, much more candy popcorn. I don't even know if cotton candy's in here, but I'm really smelling it right now when I smelled it. So much more of a candy popcorn. Very different, like very different. This one here, this is like a thick salted caramel. One of those like chocolates that you get from like, it's like, one of those, like, like the fudge collection or whatever, and they have like that, the caramel with the salt on it, and it's like really thick and very caramel sweet. Like you can only eat one of them, and like I love caramel and chocolate, and I feel like you can only really eat one of them. That's what this smells like, and I can understand like the caramel being kind of similar, but to me, like just smelling them again now, maybe a little similar, but to me they're quite different actually. And so this one here is definitely that popcorn caramel scent, different from the other two. So if you have the other two in your collection, definitely you can still pick this one up. I think it would definitely be quite different in my point of view from the other ones. So I have worn this fragrance a lot actually since receiving it for Christmas, and I absolutely love wearing it. I find it's so easy to wear. It's just, and I mean, yeah, like we're at home due to COVID. I don't know what the next set of, restrictions is going to be or not, but we're not really going anywhere. But I can't wait to start wearing it out, because I think this might be one of those scents that's going to get compliments, and people are going to be like, oh, what are you wearing? Or someone's going to say, something smells good. And then you just smile because you know it's you that they're talking about. I don't know if anyone else is like this. I just assume if anyone comments about perfume within my vicinity, I'm just going to assume it's me that smells good. And it's just the perfect scent to wear, especially in the wintertime, as like kind of a cozy, comforting, slightly sexy scent. I absolutely love it. I think it would also work for summer nights, probably not during the day. That caramel might be, on me, it would probably be a bit too sweet during the day, but I think for summer nights, it would totally work as well, like a perfect date night fragrance. So this is a What About Pop by the House of Oud, and I would love to know what your favorite fragrance from the House of Oud is. Please comment down below with your favorites and other ones you think that I should sample. I have already fallen in love with another one from the line that is not What About Pop and is not Keeped Glaze, because I already love those ones. Comment if you want, take a guess, and I'll let you know if you're right or not. And it's on my to buy list, which tends to be growing all the time, unfortunately, but it's on my to buy soon type of list. So let's see if you can guess which one I have also really enjoyed from this line of fragrances. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked my video, please don't forget to like and subscribe.